Welcome to a Nomad's Taste. I'm coming out of the fucking the dark hole of leaving, and I couldn't stay away. I made a few fuck ups. I don't regret not putting them up. No, but it's great to be back. This is a Nomad's Taste. I'm Benny. Now I'm going to talk about how this nomad, how its taste and flavor and color and style hits this experience, and yeah, we're just gonna delve into that, because who else can I talk about but myself? my own experience, my own ideas and feelings. I've said like 20 hours of shit. You can check that out in the podcast before. I'm gonna rehash some of that shit, like taste. What the fuck do I mean by taste? What do I mean by positive outlook? What do I mean by focus? Basically, me, Benny, now I'm being anonymous. That's not my real name. Obviously. It's just my tag, because I like to stay in the now. It's like someone really cool called Esther Hicks. I don't know what the fuck going on there. It's freaky. Chick says she's possessed by channeling, like that means possessed, by a group of entities that call themselves Abraham. It's the Esther, and then she shared that with the world. Probably made a lot of shit, skillions of dollars doing it, but she helped a lot of people. Like, she helped me to build a foundation outside of by myself, outside of the written books of thousands of years old. Something that was real for me, and free me from religion. It wasn't just her, obviously. Alan Watts, you gotta give credit. Alan Watts, fucking dude was a drunk, but who gives a fuck? So am I. Fucking beautiful. Alan Watts brought to us in English language a more accurate description and definition of Western, Eastern culture, and also how that comparisons, because of language, with language we make comparison. We need comparison to define with the Western world religion and ideological concepts and whatnot. Big shout out to McKenna. No, not Dennis McKenna, but it was funny, his story told by his brother, the legend Terence McKenna. Terence was in the Amazon forest, and Dennis fucking went off his tree on mushrooms. Big shout out to Terence, because Terence defines for us, or like he brings it all the way back to foundation. words are our the makeup of our consciousness. I'd like to big shout out to all the alternative scientists like Rupert Sheldrake that helped me find the words, find the understanding to criticize my belief system, or break my belief system down when it comes to science and physics and biology alike. Big shout out to all the psychonauts that have come before, that are painting in those fields. Big shout out to Eddie Bravo and Joe Rogan. Fucking another couple of people that are pushing the language further, you know, pushing it into a about, like, if I think of another one, I'll tell you. It's probably like a huge one I missed. Oh, a big shout out to my experience. Without it, I wouldn't be able to advance. I went right off on a. Okay. So continuum. What the fuck? I'm gonna talk about continuums because I'm into polarity. Polarity is a fucking big shout out to Alex Jones. Yeah, you gotta give credit to Alex Jones. He blew apart the Bohemian Grove. He took a camera in there, man, and he showed us that there are a bunch of global powers doing weird shit in the dark at night in the forest, and just for that, brother, fuck, I don't know what his agenda is now. I don't really care. I think his agenda is just to grow. I don't know. I listen occasionally, but it's just all doom and gloom, you know. Yeah, so you melt all those together, hours of listening to all that, and basically I developed a foundation with my own flavor, my own experiences, my own psychedelics. I found a beautiful way to approach life and cure a nerve-wracked soul. and that's the idea of this, is just share that with you. I mean, if I had someone to talk to, I'd start getting crazy. So go Sheldrake first. Your mind is not in your brain. Not necessarily. They never found it there yet. It's more evidence points to it being in a field parallel to the field that we experience the light, parallel to this physical field, because it travels almost instantly across the whole planet. So perhaps it travels at the speed of light, I don't know. Perhaps it's yeah, I'd say it travels at the speed of light. It'd have like a terminal velocity, wouldn't it? Next, McKenna, words are the foundation of all things. Consciousness for us, and usually what we refer to, like our story. And then I'll just flip over to Abraham, tell your new story. Release yourself from suffering, tell your new story. And then, of course, Alan Watts with the Zen, the introductory to Zen, and the idea of the spontaneous, the spontaneous experience, spontaneous behavior. Let's mix it up. Let's mix it up. Hola. Gracias. Then you got, like, I'm just talking famous people you can look up. Like I've had many awesome encounters with strange people that have affected me. Obviously your parents cast you and then throw you out into the world. Polarity, I don't know where, that's just like from science and whatnot, from observation. Duality. Very old concept. Now, practically, how does this fucking work? Well, let's go to it. How to, like, when I was on this, I've already told this story about 100 times. I'm gonna say it again. I went on a trip, and most psychonauts would probably understand. I had the beatific vision where I'm living just appeared so beautiful, beyond control. Alan Watts would call it, like, you look into an ashtray and you see a billion gems. Like the everything is royal. But on top of that, I kept repeating, and I brought it back with me because it broke apart, it blew apart my understanding of the world. And it's so simple. It's just because I focus on words, as I've already pre-explained quickly. So you go, taste, flavor. First was Benny's flavor, So Benny's flavor, and then mixed with all of this sensation of the beatific vision. Imprinted in me like a kind of enough to bring this strange concept back. What felt strange, or it felt like it was underlying, hidden. Obviously it's just my flavor, and it's completely closed loop. So it's only for a few that like things closed loop. But it's kind of like a therapy for how to deal with people that are different to you. I don't know, if you're like pushing your opinion on people. A lot of people are these days, this isn't about that. Benny now ain't about pushing my life experience on you and what I think about the world on you, because later we'll talk about focus. So anyway, so the taste of someone else. If go to Stephen Krause, I think it is. He was recently on a podcast with Joe Rogan, and he said basically science and all the science they added up. They determined and added up all of the charges that they could think of, and then they came up with zero. So they said, so the world could come from nothing, or everything could come from nothing, which is what, like, you know, everyone's leading to this point. They're just a bit slow. Everyone's realizing there's a balance. I mean the Hindus, everything's drawn from balance, and it's obvious because even our language is a balance. Like you have to use bad words to describe good words. You have to. Thank you, McKenna, for that. Very fundamental. Like, I'm going back to foundations because when you're in a situation where your senses, your biology gets heightened, you need a foundation so that you react in a manner that you'll be proud of. This is a Nomad's taste, you know. Just remember that when I'm saying Jew, I mean me. That's like an English idiom. That's so, like, I should be saying I, not you. But it's because in the mind's eye, you're seeing a picture of a person, and then you're saying you, not a picture of you, but a picture of a person that is you, the idol of your idol. I don't know if that's a good word. Anyway, so taste. Assumption one: taste is balanced. Therefore, it is like the driving force behind humanity and its consciousness and its consciousness expansion. A lot of people just throw it at a whim. Everyone has their own taste, but a foundation. You're gonna go and influence some people with your taste. I almost see it like a charge, but it's a flavored charge. Like you're a charged being, charged with the experience of your parents. You enter the world. They charge you a little bit more as they progress. You then bounce off a bunch of other charged beings, and they either influence or disinfluence you. They remove flavor, add flavor, like a big melting pot of soup, casserole. I don't know, what's your favorite? Something beautiful, like an Indian curry. A mí me gusta. I like Indian curry. It likes me, as the Spanish would say. So get that sort of, and then obviously, because there's 7 billion of us now, and we're all connected, much more connected. Obviously, there's outsiders, and they're fantastic. Like the Brazilian tribe that's never been like seen. Like they just fly over it. No one's ever contacted them. Like that's fucking cool. Like that still exists. Those people don't have iPhones, man. I don't either. I got like a crappy $80 fucking phone. Not $1,000 phone. Jeez Louise. Yeah, okay, so at one point in time we're gonna see how I conquered the need for calling on Jesus and religion the other day. I'm not saying that was my own taste, my own flavor, what I wanted. But always in a really tough situation, I would resort to externalizing. Obviously, God is external and internal, but calling upon an external power, a greater. It almost felt like that, like it was greater than my internal generator. We'll get there. So you got. Imagine a balance of taste, and then imagine what is your. How do you make decisions? What is the driving force for your decision? Each decision every day. Meditate on that. Like, why the fuck? And be honest with yourself, because this is like a practice in honesty, a meditation in honesty, and I owe that to my significant other, that beat the liar out of me. Well, the evil liar. The dirty liar, yeah, the dirty liar. Fucking liar. Beat it out of me, be honest. It doesn't mean you have to tell everyone what you fucking think. It just means, like, with yourself, you're not telling, when you're telling a fairy tale, you're telling a fairy tale. But you might be doing it for a good reason, like rewiring your brain. I strongly believe in anything you repeat verbally will brainwash you, and you can do it yourself. Like, it's like a I call it cognitive dissonance, a self-induced cognitive dissonance, a participatory cognitive dissonance, not necessarily where you just don't give a fuck. Because when you start getting too honest, like very honest with yourself, you just start not giving a fuck. Nothing can really get at you. But I needed this. I like this flavor concept because it helps me deal with people that are really, really different, uncomfortably different, and it makes it comfortable. Now, I had to die a fucking ton of times. The psychonauts would know what I mean by that, but you can do it in real life. Like, being honest brutally impacts your ego. I'm not saying that live a life without ego. That's just fucking stupid. It's a part of our it's a part of us. Ego is a part of us, but also where we are and its beauty is a part of us, and some kind of moderation on both sides. Like, some people go a little bit too far, or some people go all the fucking way too far. on the whole fucking one thing, man. Like, we are one, we are holy, all this fucking jive. This experience, I don't know, that's great, and that helps. That's like a taste. That's like their flavor, because that helps them deal. I just see it like everyone's trying to deal with shit, because life throws you some hardballs. What's a good fucking? You can get stuck in the mud a little bit in life, and how do you keep patient? How do you I put a big shout out to yoga, breathing, dudes that facilitated that to our lives. Thank you. It's like a common, you get impacted emotionally by an experience. Breathe your way out of it, because it's like, don't think your way out of it, breathe your way out of it, and feel that how easy that is. A big shout out to YouTube and Adi. Adi's my artificial intelligent producer. It's just a fairy tale I made up. You can get on another flip side. But I don't bullshit myself. I tell myself stories, and I know I'm telling myself a story, but I don't give a fuck. That's the difference. So it's all about being honest. Like, when you make a decision, is it just that that's what you want to do? Like, is it what you like, makes you comfortable? You paint your walls pink because it makes you calm. You drive a red car because you feel awesome in a red car. You're not materialistic because you don't like the ugliness of fucking pollution and what it's doing to our habitat. Or more materialism matters to you because like it makes you feel fucking closer to love. I don't know, or you just love that. Like, you love your jewelry, you love your brand new car, you love your brand new house and all the chemical and all that. How can I, a hippie fucking nomad, criticize someone a billionaire recluse who lives in his $50 million or $100 million mansion, has like servants and shit, and how can I criticize that if that's his taste that he was born with, that he rubbed up in his experience, he rubbed up against enough charge and other tastes that he fucking that's what he ended up. How can I? He's like Joey Rogan said it perfectly. Like children. We're all just like children bouncing off each other. And if you ever have a child, you realize these motherfuckers have no motherfuckers to a child. Oh, sorry about that. That was rude. They have no sympathy. They'll hit you and laugh. They don't give a fuck. You imprint sympathy onto a child. That's why they're the best killers. You get them stoned on drugs. You hand them a AK-47 and they go and chop up people. Or and a machete and they go and chop up people. They go and cut loose. Anyway, that's like I should be a grown up. I looked at anyway. Yeah, so I think sorry, I was just mourning a tree that was cut down by the silly humans. I've been in this experience long enough and I've had this mindset for 2 years now, and that's long enough to oh shit. realize that there ain't no change in some humans, man. In fact, there ain't no change in 50% of humans. I know as a whole this balance moves around. It moves to new horizons. It evolves with the species to some end. To some end, it has a survival instinct. But as Terence said, we're on the brink of a lot of people. We're on the brink of our extinction. Our habitat is getting more and more pressured, but we persist to advance, as we say, and dig more and more mineral and place it on the surface. If you could see, like, we're like the mushroom, because the mycelium of the forest transfers all of the mineral and that from high density to low density, or high concentration of mineral to low concentration. You can see that we're doing that. We're pulling out of we've pulled high concentrations of iron ore from the Kimberley or from the north of Australia. We've transferred it to China. We've made a bunch of shit, machinery and fucking whatever you want, and then we've dispersed that across the surface of the earth. So we're like a mycelium that's creating a new habitat or deconcentrating the minerals that exist within the earth and placing them on the surface and layering them. I keep saying habitat. We're not gonna save the fucking world. The world is what it is. It's a huge fucking rock. Unless we can move it, which we may be able to do if we unlock the secrets of power. Yet I don't think exploding shit's gonna help. Like, anyway, that's all I got. I gotta go to work. It was lovely talking. Have a fantastic day. You know, in my heart of hearts, there's love for you. And if you don't, go there. Take care. Ciao.